Dear students, today I am explain to you the concept of average speed, root mean square speed, and the most probable speed of the molecules using the Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution law of molecular speed. So, today we are going to discuss average speed, root mean square speed, and the most probable speed for the molecules which possess some velocity v with the help of Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution law of molecular speed. So, let us first discuss the concept of average speed using the Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution law. So, first of all, what is this average speed of the molecules and how we define it? It is defined as the average of the speeds or velocities possessed by all the molecules of the speed. So, average speed is defined by the average of the average of the speeds possessed by all the molecules. Average of speeds or velocities possessed by all the molecules. All the molecules of the system. So, imagine in a continuous distribution of a speed, let nv be the number of molecules, nv be the number of molecules that possess speed in a unit range, in a unit range around v, and therefore there exists n v dv will be the number of molecules that have velocity in a range dv, in a range dv. So n v with the number of molecules in the unit range around v, and n v dv with the number of molecules in a small range dv. So let us now assume that dv is a very small value, very small value. So every molecule in the above mentioned range having a very small, or you can say that constant speed v. Let us say this constant speed v becomes v in this small range of dv. Okay. So in the case of small range dv, the sum of the speed possessed by the molecule in a small range dv, the sum of the speed possessed by the molecule becomes v, that is the constant speed that we assume, and the product with the total number of molecule in a small range dv. So This is the equation. Let us represent this equation by A, and this V and V dV represents the sum of the speeds possessed by the molecule in a small range dV. So in a small range dV, we have the velocity of the molecule becomes V, and the total number is nv in a small range dV. So we can product these V velocity and V dV. So this gives us the value of the sum of the speed possessed by the molecule in the small range dV. So in order to calculate the average, first of all we have to calculate the total number of total number, or you can say that total sum of speeds possessed by the molecule in a range from 0 to infinity, because we assume that there exists a range, that is the range of the molecules that move in a particular region with velocity v. The range for that molecule is from 0 to infinity. So in this range, what is the sum of the speed possessed by the molecule? So in this range 0 to infinity, the sum of the speed possessed by the molecules becomes 0 to infinity v and v into dv. We just integrate this equation number A, and we have the sum of the speed possessed by all the molecule in the system. Okay. So let this is your equation number B, and let us assume that the average speed of the molecules is represented by v bar, and which is equal to the total sum of the speed possessed by the molecule that we want to calculate, that is in a range 0 to infinity v and v dv, divided by, if we want to calculate the average, we must divide this divide by total number. So total number is n. So let this is your equation number 1. So this equation number 1 represents us the average speed of the molecule. Average speed of the molecule. Now we want to calculate the average speed of the molecule by using the Maxwell-Boltzmann speed distribution formula. So according to the Maxwell-Boltzmann speed distribution formula that we already described you, and v dv is equal to 4 pi n m by 2 pi kt whole raised to power 3 by 2 v square e raised to power minus mv square by 2 kt into dv. So this is the distribution of speed using Maxwell-Boltzmann. So let this is your equation number 2. Now if we put this equation number 2 in equation number 1, what we have? We have the average velocity v bar is equal to 1 by n, that is from the denominator of the equation number 1, okay, which is equal to 0 to infinity 4 pi n m. The same equation, that is equation number 2, I put just in equation number 1. Then we have m by 2 pi kt 3 by 2 v cube. Why v cube? Now we have a v, once more v in this equation number 1. So this v and this v square gives us v cube, that is e raised to power minus mv square by 2 kt dv. Okay, so Same equation number 2, we put the equation number 1, then we have this equation number 3. Okay, now further, if we simplify this equation number 3, we see that in this equation number 3, this n is a constant term, and one more n outside, we can cancel this n. And we have some constant term in this integral, which is 4 pi m 2 pi kt. All these are the constant term. So we take constant term outside the integral, and we have 4 pi into m by 2 pi kt whole raised to power 3 by 2. So these are the constant term. We take outside this constant term, and integral 0 to infinity have v cube e raised to power minus mv square by 2 kt into dv. Okay, so now in this equation number 4, let this is your equation number 4. In this equation number 4, this integral, that is 0 to infinity v cube e raised to power minus mv cube mv square by 2 kt dv, represents the a standard integral, that is 0 to infinity x cube e raised to power minus a x square dx. So this bracket term in equation number 4 represents a standard integral, that is 0 to infinity x cube e raised to power minus minus ax square dx, and it have a value, that we standard integral value, we have already calculated this value, that is 1 by 2a square. So using this equation, let this equation be x. Using this equation x, in equation 4, how we can represent our average speed, that is in equation number 4 is 4 pi m by 2 pi kt whole raised to power 3 by 2. Now see, in this integral v cube v cube v cube v cube, if we see the standard integral, the solution of standard integral, there is a solution doesn't contain any x value, so v represents the x in this standard integral. So we see that there is no value of v in this equation number x. So in this standard integral we have a. So in, as we see in this x equation, we have a, and in this equation number 4, the equation that resemble with this equation number x, what represents the a represent by the factor minus m by 2 k t, minus m by 2 kt. So this means what we have, we want to use this factor in place of a. So a represents in equation number 4 by m by 2 k t whole square. Okay, and if we solve this equation, this pi and pi simplifies, this 2 and 4 simplifies, we have 2 by under root pi into under root 2 kt by m. So all these factor simplifies, and we obtained this value for the average velocity, which is equal to 2 by under root pi into under root 2 kt by m. Further, if we simplify these values under root 2 and pi, we have a general value for the average velocity with the help of this Maxwell-Boltzmann law of molecular speed. We have, after solving this 2 under root pi, 2 root, we have 1.59. This is standard value we obtain under root k t by m. So let this is your equation number 5. So this equation number 5 represents us the value of average speed of the molecules with the help of Maxwell distribution law of molecular speed. So what we obtained? We obtained average speed is equal to 1.59 under root kT by m. Now, in order to calculate the average speed, you must know the mass of the molecules and their temperature. Okay, let us discuss the next concept, that is root mean square of the speed. Root mean square of the speed. So, in order to calculate the root mean square speed, first of all, we want to calculate this speed square, and we know the average speed square is represented by 1 by n, 0 to infinity. Now we use not v, but instead of v we use here is v square. But we want, why v square? Because uh, here we want to calculate first square of the average velocity and then take its root. Then only we get the root mean square. So first of all, we take the average speed, average velocity, that is given by v square, average velocity square, that is equal to v square is equal to 1 by n, 0 to infinity, v square into n v dv. So this is the same formula that is we use to calculate for average speed, but here we calculate square of the average speed. First we calculate the square of the average speed, then we take its root. This gives us the root mean square of the average speed. So this is your equation number 6. So in this equation number 6, we have v square is equal to 1 by n, 0 to infinity, v square nv dv. So now we know that the value of nv from the Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution law, nv dv, which is equal to 4 pi m by 2 pi kt whole raised to power 3 by 2 v square into e raised to power minus m v squared by 2 kt into dv. So when we put this equation in equation number 6, we have v square is equal to 0 to infinity 4 pi m by 2 pi kt whole raised to power 3 by 2. Now here is a v square and one more v square is there, so we have v power 4 and e raised to power minus m v square by 2 kt into dv. So dear student, in this equation once more we have some constant terms, and we take this constant term outside the integral, then we have this value of v square is equal to 4 pi into m by 2 pi kt whole raised to power 3 by 2 integral 0 to infinity v power 4 e raised to power minus mv square by 2 kt into dv. So once again we have an integral, and now in that case this integral represents the standard integral like this, 0 to infinity x power 4 e raised to power minus ax square dx. So this standard integral have the value 3 by 8 under root pi by a raised to power 5. Now here minus m by 2 kt is a represents here a, and we take this value of a, that is minus m by 2 kt is equal to the a power 5, means we take m by 2 kt power 5. So when we put this value, so we have v square is equal to 4 pi into 3 by 2 kt whole raised to power 3 by 2 into 3 by 8 under root pi divided by m by 2 kt whole raised to power 5. So dear student, now it is up to you how you can simplify this equation. I just put the final result. You try this, and if you have any doubt, you can discuss with me in your comment section. So I just write directly v square after simplification. We have its value is 3kt by 3kt by m. 3kt by m. So this is the v square, that is the square of the average. Now, in order to calculate the root mean square, first of all we calculate square of the mean values of the average value of the velocities. We have this value v square is equal to 3 kt by m. Now we take its root. So when we take its root, we have v square and its root. Now this square root cancel. Now we have v. Now I write here RMS. Now this value is root mean square value, and which is equal to under root 3 kt by m. So this is the root mean square value for the molecules using the Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution law. If we want to calculate, if you want to calculate the value of this under root 3, you will get this value VRMS is equal to 1.73 under root kt by m. So this is the root mean square value in case of Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution law. Okay. Similarly, we have this most probable speed. Most probable speed. So, in order to calculate the most probable speed, we must have the value of this probability velocity PV dV. PV dV, and we know that when we calculate the graphical, when we see the graphical discussion, we calculate this probability velocity which is equal to nv dv by n. So probability velocity we can calculate by using this formula. Okay, and when we calculate this probability velocity, we just differentiate this probability velocity with respect to velocity dv, and take its in order to calculate most probable speed, the differentiation of this probability velocity, we take its value equal to 0. So when we take its value equal to 0, we get the maximum value of the probability velocity, that is PV. So when we get the maximum probability, maximum value of the probability velocity from this relation, we get VMP, that is most probable velocity, most probable velocity. So dear student, now we have the value of this NVDV. We have the value of N. Put the value of NVDV here, divided it by N. When we put the value of NVDV and divide it with respect to V, we have this value is represented by PV is equal to under root 2 pi m by pi k t whole raised to power 3 by 2 v square e raised to power minus m v square by 2 k t. So, this is the value of probability velocity, and if we differentiate this probability velocity with respect to dv, what we have? We have this under root 2 pi m by pi k t whole raised to power 3 by 2 whole raised to power 3 by 2 twice of v e raised to power minus m v square by 2 k t 1 minus m v square by 2 k t. So, this is the simplification when we take the differentiation of probability velocity with respect to v. After simplification, we get this equation, and if we take this differential is equal to 0, we solve this equation and we have this dpv by with respect to dv, which is equal to 0, and if we solve this above equation using this condition, we have a equation under root 2 pi m by pi k t whole raised to power 3 by 2 2 v e raised to power minus m v square by 2 k t into 1 minus m v square by 2 k t, which is equal to 0. So, this equation we obtained when we differentiate this probability velocity with respect to v, probability velocity with respect to v. So, this equation holds good only if this term 1 minus m v square by 2 k t is equal to 0. So, this above equation holds good only if this factor is equal to 0, and when we simplify this factor, from this factor we have the value of v square is equal to 2 k t by m. So, note that, dear student, we get this velocity when we take this condition of the probability velocity and its differentiation with respect to velocity is equal to 0. This gives us the maximum velocity condition, and when we find out, we have the velocity v square is equal to 2 k t by m. This velocity v, which is equal to under root 2 k t by m, represents the most probable speed of the molecule. Why this represents the most probable speed of the molecule? Because this speed produced when we take this condition, that is dpv by dv is equal to 0. That is, we take the differentiation of the probability velocity with respect to v, which is equal to the 0, that is the maximum velocity condition. When we apply this maximum velocity condition, we have this velocity v m p, which is equal to under root 2 k t by m, or we can write it as 1.41 under root k t by m. So, dear student, this is the value of velocity of the most probable, or you can say that most probable speed. So, finally, we conclude that we have this average velocity, which is equal to 1.59 under root k t by m. We have this VRMS, which is equal to 1.73 under root KT by M, and we have VMP, that is most probable velocity, which is equal to 1.41 under root KT by M. So this is the comparison between these three types of velocity: average velocity, root mean square velocity, and VMPS. So if we take these ratio of these three velocity, we get this value 1.59 ratio, 1.73 ratio to 1.41. So this is the comparison between these three velocity. So with this your Maxwell-Boltzmann statistics is over, and in this topic Maxwell-Boltzmann statistics, we calculate their distribution, law for speed, energy, momentum, their speed, experimental verification of the Maxwell-Boltzmann law of molecules, their average velocity, RMS value, and most probable speed. Thank you very much.